Japan was rising, China struggling, with Korea caught in the middle. The Sino-Japanese War was brief, but it changed East Asia in lasting ways. Here's how it happened. In the late 19th century, China and Japan were moving in opposite directions. China under the Qing Dynasty was still a vast empire rich in culture and tradition, but weakened by rebellions, foreign pressure, and slow reforms. Its government was divided, and its military was outdated. Japan, meanwhile, had transformed itself with astonishing speed. After the Meiji Restoration led by Emperor Meiji, it embraced modern ideas. It built railroads, factories, shipyards, and a modern army and navy. Japan's leaders believed that only modernization could protect it in a world shaped by Western powers. Between these two rivals stood Korea, struggling to stay independent as outside powers pulled it in every direction. When a political crisis erupted in Korea in 1894, both nations sent troops. Neither backed down, and war began almost at once. Many expected China to win easily. But Japan moved quickly, fought with discipline, and caught China off guard. The war showed how Japan had modernized and how the Qing had not. At sea, Japan's modern steel navy outmaneuvered China's older Beiyang fleet. Their clash at the Battle of the Yalu River became the turning point. Japan's ships moved faster, fired more accurately, and won a victory that shocked observers around the world. On land, the pattern was the same. Japanese forces advanced through Korea and into Manchuria, capturing key cities and taking the fortress of Port Arthur. China struggled with outdated equipment and slow communication, while Japan used modern planning to keep up the momentum. During this advance, Japan also turned its attention to Taiwan. The island wasn't the center of the fighting, but its strategic location made it a valuable prize, and the war would determine who controlled it. By 1895, the Qing government could no longer continue the war. Both sides met to negotiate peace, resulting in the Treaty of Shimonoseki, a painful moment for the Qing dynasty. China recognized Korea as an independent nation, giving Japan greater influence. China also had to pay a large indemnity and open more ports to Japanese trade. But the biggest change was the loss of Taiwan. China was forced to give up Taiwan, and also the Pescadores Islands, placing both places under Japanese rule for the next 50 years. The defeat shocked many in China. Scholars and reformers warned that the country could not survive without major change. Their calls for modernization helped spark the 100 Days Reform and pushed China toward the political upheavals that followed. The Sino-Japanese War lasted less than a year, but its impact was enormous. For China, the defeat exposed deep weaknesses in the Qing government. Scholars and young leaders began calling for strong reforms, new schools, and modern industries, ideas that shaped China's future revolutions. Japan emerged from the war with new confidence. Its victory proved that modernization had worked, and Japan now saw itself as a major regional power. For Korea, the war marked the end of centuries of Chinese influence and marked the beginning of a difficult period under Japanese control. The war reshaped borders, ambitions, and historical memory across East Asia. Its legacy still influences how China, Japan, Korea, and Taiwan understand themselves and each other today. The First Sino-Japanese War was brief, but its impact has lasted more than a century. Understanding this conflict helps us see why East Asia developed the way it did, and why history still shapes the region's politics and identities today. So, what part of this story stood out to you? We'd love to know, to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more journeys into Asian history and culture, and click on the bell to receive all notifications.